Good morning, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Alva, Oklahoma, pride of the Northwest Prairie. You're listening to Rose and Ben. 168 years of fall down 7 times, get up 8. Rosie's here. She's ready to go, working without a net. Drove in, slid the car in sideways, ran in and said, I'm ready. Rosie, you're looking awesome. You got the hair fixed up and got the 2016 Big Cruise and Car Show shirt on. You can't beat it.
No, I'm all dressed up for this radio station. It's a great day to be alive in Alva, Oklahoma, even though it is kind of precarious with the wind and the threat of fires and et cetera, but it's still a good day to be alive.
So here's what I'm going to say about the fires. One is CJ Montgomery is calling us from the K101 radio station. They covered the fires in Woodward and the area. That fire drifted over to Beaver, and then from Beaver it went into Kansas, and it's somewhere in Kansas and still kind of healthy now, I think. So Siege will be on with us in a moment and bring us up to date. They did a complete coverage of the fires in the Woodward area and did a great job. Tough thing to cover. My observation is from the Alva fire that when people record some footage of a local event to send to a TV station that doesn't want to run up here and cover a fire, that they send the most dramatic, most dynamic. I mean, the Alva fire looked like it was going to burn 17 states and probably end up just west of New York City from the film or from the pictures that were sent to the local Oklahoma City TV stations. Let's go by remote control to the very famous, very humble C.J. Montgomery. How are you, sir?
Well, good morning to you. And there's nothing famous about old Siege, but thanks for having me on this morning.
Well, you're welcome, buddy. You are famous whether you want to be or not. I mean, we're gonna interview a motorcycle racer in a little bit that fits in your category.
I was just hearing you talking about, and I'm getting a great deal of feedback. I don't know whether you can correct that or not.
I don't have any feedback. Let me go to Cade Kennedy, the associate SID at NWOSU, who's our producer director.
You know, it was bad enough that I was hearing myself one time, but then I'm hearing myself again about 2.5, 3 seconds later. So it was a double dose of Siege, and that's way too much.
Did we get you taken care of?
Well, we don't know yet. Oh, yeah, you did. And well, no, you didn't. I'm still there twice.
No, we didn't. We went back. I think you're dealing with it really well, CJ, really well. Speaking of that.
Tell me about the Alva fire. I got word of that this morning. Scribner Auto Salvage, maybe? Is that just east of like the baseball field? Hatfield Park, it's somewhere in there?
It's the northernmost street in Alva. It's a salvage yard. I'm going to switch to Rosie, and she's going to give us a bird's eye view, actually a Rosie's eye view. CJ wants to know about the Scribner fire, how big it was, where it is, and all that stuff. I can tell you how big it was, Siege. It was pretty well out. I got up here about 6 p.m., and it was pretty well out, but there were a lot of the small fire stations around were staying to, watch the embers and make sure they didn't come back. Rosie, where is the Scribner place?
It's on Fair Street, which is probably the last street north in Alva. And it's about 2 blocks or 3 blocks east of the swimming pool.
Well,
Okay.
see, you know where it is now because you've spent a lot of time at the Alva swimming pool. I mean, a body
Well,
like yours
obviously,
be
it was
out
a
there every
different
day.
type of fire. It wasn't the wildfires or rangeland fires that the folks have been dealing with in the
No,
Panhandle of Northwest Oklahoma here the last couple of days.
no, it was a fire, CJ, that had a lot of really combustible material in a pretty small area. So, I mean, you could see the black smoke for, I don't know, I could see it from the farm, which is 25 miles away.
Hey, I'm
Forever.
impressed to be on the show with you. And Rose sounds good. You told me Rose was almost 90 years old. She's
No, no,
not
no,
90
no,
years
no,
old.
Siege.
My goodness, she sounds really good.
Oh, she sounds wonderful, but she's not 90. She's 91.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
You know where you go for lying.
No, I swear. Sometimes she still gets carded when she tries to buy beer, but she's 91. Yeah, she was here before me this morning. I could tell because there were skid marks where she slid her car into the parking lot sideways. She is on fire.
Goodness.
Now, speaking of that, tell me about. I mean, the Woodward fire really was a big fire, right?
It was a large fire, obviously. I think, and it was dubbed the 43 fire. And I learned something the other night on how those fires are named. There's first responders typically name those fires. And the Woodward fire was named 43 because it was near County Road 43. There was the large fire that, gosh, what now? Well over 250,000 acres, started in Beaver County, moved on into Kansas. It was called the Range Road fire. I assume there's a range road out there somewhere. There's a couple of fires, Side Road, Stevens Fire. Those were in Texas County that ultimately I think moved into far southern Kansas as well. But first responders, some of the first ones on the scene, if you will, named those fires, and that's what they are dubbed. Last week, 10 days ago or so, there was, remember the flat tire fire? I assumed it might have been caused by a flat tire or something. I don't know whether you caught that or not, but that was last week.
So I heard one time, this just came home to me. I heard a guy talking about the chain fire. I guess that would have been a fire that was started by somebody dragging a chain, I suppose, huh?
Very well could have been. I know all those fires had names over the last several years that we've been covering fire activity. Seeming like there's more of them, but those were actually dubbed early on by a first responder. So, and most
So the
likely a
Woodward
chain
fire
fire would have.
is the 43 fire, right?
Yes, that was near County Road 43.
I see.
I would guess why it was received that moniker. Started, Ben, and you know, the large fertilizer plant on the west side of Woodward, CF Industries, started a few miles south of there. And then with those winds, as you know, that were gusting close to 60, probably even more than that, moved mostly, drifted a little south, but drifted mostly almost due eastward and moved for several miles. And then obviously threatened more populated areas or where there were more homes. And, you know, I don't know how to describe that other than but by the grace of God. And I know very talented and brave firefighters had something to do with it. But it is just phenomenal to me in my way of thinking that the city of Woodward, did not lose uh, occupied structures or occupied homes. Now, there were a few outbuildings that were destroyed. I think the field station, the research station, USDA facility on the south side of Woodward lost a couple of outbuildings, if you will. Not the main structure, not the office complex, but the fact, Benny and Rhodes, that there were no lived-in homes. I saw some pictures of homes that were damaged a bit, but in terms of, as you've seen these pictures over the years of homes burning to the ground, there was just none of that. And that to me is just unbelievable. I don't know any other way to describe it.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a strange thing to say about a big fire, but
It could have been catastrophic, quite honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't a long ways from where you are, was it? It wasn't a long ways from the radio station.
It was back west a mile or two. It burned relatively close to the radio stations at Williams and Downs. We referred to Downs a lot of times during the coverage that night. Downs, the Methodist Church is on Downs. The cemetery, Elmwood Cemetery, is on Downs. As you go to 34th Street, Downs tees into 34th Street with the Conference Center, Northwestern to the north, and then the High Plains Technology Center off to the south, close to or right on 34th and Hanks Trail.
So the Beaver fire is a totally different fire, right? It didn't go from Woodward to Beaver, is that right?
No. It started earlier that afternoon, much earlier, and noonish probably.
I see.
In northeast of Beaver, and moved rapidly to the north and east, fueled by those winds. 283,000 acres, I checked this morning, that fire consumed, and just devastating. Breaks your heart. Inglewood off toward Ashland, that's moving into Kansas, obviously.
Right.
Is cattle country. There's a lot of cattle ranches there, and hundreds of head of livestock were lost. Some perished in the fire itself, and then some were injured, burned so badly they had to be euthanized.
Yeah, Rosie's daughter is a vet, and what was the number of cattle that? 170 head of cattle that she north of Coldwater at a ranch that she was called to deal with. That were
it just devastating.
It is.
We have covered obviously severe thunderstorms, tornadic activity, and they're deadly, and when you lose loss of life and so on and so forth, on some rare occasions, but you kind of know where they're going, and once a tornado moves through, a severe storm moves through, for the most part, it's over.
Right.
And fires continue to spread and move in different kind of strange directions, and a different animal to deal with.
Without a doubt.
Wow.
We have way too many cedar trees. Way too many. Those babies will go up.
The red cedar is,
woo.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know there were some efforts within the state legislature to deal with that. The former Secretary of Agriculture, I think the act is named for him. Of course, that was Terry Peach. And the legislature is dealing with that. And we've got, great legislative support, as you know, Dr. Newton, Mike Dobrinsky, Kent Paskowski, a little bit further west, and then, of course, State Senator Casey Murdoch in this part of the world that represent us there at 23rd and Lincoln. And I think they're dealing with some of those things, or trying to anyway. But, boy, you nailed it correctly. There are way, way too many cedar trees.
For sure.
Not only as a fire hazard, which they're just little bombs waiting to explode,
right.
if you will, but the amount of water, and water is premium in this part of the world. God, they just suck enormous amounts of water out of the ground too. Wow.
Yes. Well, CJ, I know that they're still watching the embers in your area, and the talking heads are telling us that it's extreme fire danger. Got a strong wind.
Winds out of the north, obviously, today, yeah.
When I was driving up to the station this morning, the wind was out of the west. And then as I pulled into the station, it had turned to the north, and that's only about a 15-minute drive. I mean, the wind's getting right around out there. I noticed that the guys from Woodward, some of the fire people from Woodward, went to Beaver to help with that fire. And as they were coming back, now this would be a day or two ago, I guess yesterday, the wind had changed to the west, and they got into a fire again.
That doesn't surprise me. I know I checked last hour, or here just a bit ago, Woodward's peak gust within the last hour has been 42 miles an hour, and Alva's close behind. It's 39 peak gusts in Alva, basically out of the north. And Woodward firefighters, I think, within the last hour are kind of responding to a flare-up or rekindling, a small one at this point, near Hunter Road. Now, Hunter Road is on past off to the east. You have the main Williams Avenue, kind of where the radio station is. Then you have First Street, then Lakeview, and then Hunter Road on further east. But and I guess there's another fire has rekindled, or maybe a different one. I guess it would be in southwest Beaver County, in and around Balco and Bryan's Corner, and there firefighters attacking that this morning.
And our firefighters are way overmatched, just in numbers. I mean, these fires. Well, you just said in Woodward.
Well, they're stretched way thin.
They what?
They're just stretched way thin.
That's
You're
what.
right.
Yeah, way thin. And with the wind, I mean, this dry stuff that we've got will burn amazingly fast. And with the winds changing, you can be fighting a fire and be in good shape, and all of a sudden be in real trouble. And I think a couple of your Woodward guys got hurt. Is that right or not?
There were 3 from Ralston that were injured, and they're all going to be okay. I think a couple of them may be in the hospital with that was the Beaver fire,
right,
in Beaver County. Couple in Clark County, Kansas, I think, were injured. They were taken on to Wichita. Don't know exactly what condition they necessarily are in. But I will tell you, Ben, the firefighters in this part of the world, and I'm talking about Alva, Woods County, Woodward County, Beaver County, Harper County, whatever, know what they're doing. They know how to attack a wildfire, unlike maybe some other firefighters. Well, they're good at what they do too, but in other parts of the state. I just know folks in this part of the world are indeedly blessed, if you will, to have firefighters that are trained and knowledgeable and know exactly how to attack a wildfire.
Without a doubt, yeah. They train a bunch, and they're gone from home a bunch.
Well, they're volunteers in a lot of cases.
Yes, yeah, yep. CJ, thank you for all you do. Where are you sending sportscasters today?
Well, I think one of them's helping Ben B. Buckland, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
That's a guy that needs help. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for loaning me Tyler. He is solid gold.
We're not doing any broadcast necessarily. We're going to do broadcasts. Let's see, tomorrow's Friday from Vici, and then Woodward's in the playoffs in Elk City, I believe, on Saturday. So. But no, Ben, you're a legend in terms of any number of areas, if you will. But radio, you're a radio guy, and I like radio guys. I mean, I'm telling you, and gals for that matter.
I don't have many friends,
local
CJ,
radio,
but this makes you one of them.
Local radio, nobody does it better than old-fashioned radio when you're dealing with wildfires or storms or accidents or high school basketball, for that matter, or football, whatever. I think that's the mission. Didn't the FCC used to tell us we needed to serve the public need, interest, and trust or something? But
they did.
I just think radio does that better than anybody.
I agree. K101's up there on top. Thank you for checking in with us. Rosie has been in makeup for a little while and is ready for her part of the show. So we really must go. CJ.
Well, we need to get to the important people, and and Rosie's part of that. There's no question.
Rosie heads that group. Yes. Thanks a million, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
We will be back after this important message.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
It's Rosie and Ben, the Radio Rodeo Roundup. Nothing to do with rodeo, but one day it may. 23 minutes after we think, 11 o'clock, and Ana Maria Ramirez has made the long trek up from the Cimarron River up into civilization as we know it. How you doing?
That's right. Hi, doing great. I'm super excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you, and it's that time of year where America's oasis, which is always alive, gets really lively.
Yeah, it gets really alive. We've got some amazing events coming up this year. 12 to 15 events will happen this year, from the Little Sahara State Park to America's Oasis to all over Winoka and all over Woods County. How about that?
It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So you brought some important people.
I did.
Not as important as you, but some important people.
These are very important people. I can't wait for you to talk to Donnie. I mean, he's putting Winoka on the map. That's all I know. And I'll let him talk to you about this great event that's coming up on March 6th and 7th. It's the two-wheel takeover that's going to be happening. And then I've got Rick Solis. He is a new business in Woods County. I'm super excited. They teamed up with Polaris. I'll let him tell all about it. But it's the Dooner's Hut Adventure Rentals, and there you're going to be able to rent and get guided tours and get out on the dunes. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking, and so that you can talk to Rick and Donnie, because I'm excited to hear from them.
You know, being a Winoka guy, when we went, the first vehicle on the dunes, or the first three, but the guy I was going on harvest with was a guy named Ralph Parsons. In 1962, he built what today would be it'd be a rail job, but a really heavy rail job. And we were getting ready to leave on harvest, and the Oklahoman wanted to, the newspaper in Oklahoma City wanted to do a feature story on this new thing, this new deal. And they did. So we went out there, our crew, because we were ready to go on harvest and harvest on up to, the whole summer and end up in Canada. But he detained a day to shoot as the sun was setting in the west. There was just one dune in the dunes then, one dune. And so they got a picture of Ralph jumping his machine into the sunset. So a silhouette, it's on some, I've seen it framed in some places in Winoka. It's a little yellow now. It's been a minute. But then we didn't leave the next day because Ralph had to spend the whole day re-welding his machine. 3 jumps and that sucker was torn completely up. So Donnie, when the Godfather, your father, went to the sand dunes, talk about ahead of his time. I mean, it was kind of lonely out there, wasn't it?
It truly was. I mean, everyone's saying that I'm putting Little Sahara on the map. Honestly, it's my father. He's been there. He's kind of been the founder, not necessarily in the sense of founding the dunes, but just helping the people there.
Oh, he's done. Absolutely. He is such an ambassador, and it now seems like he's close to Winoka. When he first opened out there, or when he bought it from the Poseidons, I think, back in there somewhere. It was a long ways out there, it seemed like.
Yes, it was. It used to be a whole lot different, even before I was born. And now, thankfully, I get the nice amenities and all the new upgrades of the state park. And, man, my dad's been there for all of it.
So you play such a key role because, we're watching the Olympics this week. And snowboarders, for instance, just to pick a group of athletes, they aren't well known except in snowboarding. And you play such an important part because you're so big in your sport, and you guys have that synergy, that fraternal deal where you can say to somebody, hey, come to our dunes, and they'll do it. And they won't do it for just anybody because it's pretty high-powered equipment to carry around.
Yes, that is true. And, the social media, TikTok, it's been wonders. And it's honestly amazing seeing all these new people come into our dunes, all these events, and then them returning a month or two later on their own, just coming to enjoy the dunes.
It is. It's absolutely incredible. I followed a little bit the first short track thing that you did, and there were guys from everywhere, guys and gals from everywhere.
Yeah, so we've got word that there's plenty of people coming from Michigan this year. We're getting some from California. Even we are having our first professional pro rider come to our event this year.
Wait a minute. You're a professional pro rider, so this would be the second one, right?
I mean, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, I would put it that way, Donnie. I've seen more pictures of you outside of Oklahoma than I've seen in Winoka, for God's sake. Yeah. So how many times do you ride, not for pleasure, but for keeps a year?
I try to go out once a week or once every 2 weeks. Kind of just to keep myself in shape and keep myself fit. But yeah, quite a bit, honestly.
So it's not just to duck work out at Big Don's place, is it?
Right.
It might be. Well, let's load the bike and get out of town.
Thankfully, my dad's great. He will let me off if all my friends come down. He's very understanding on the situation.
Well, speaking of friends, most of the pictures that I see of you, he's there.
That is true. And my friends played a big role too, even with this event. Philip, Colton Brown, just everybody helping. It's awesome.
So tell me now this event, the dates of it, and what we're going to do.
Yep. So on March 7th and 8th, we are going to have Moto Limbo. And we're also going to be on that short course again, of course. And we're going to have plenty of rideouts as well.
I know Moto Limbo because I watched the first one that you did. Tell people what it is, how you do it.
So I'm going to start off by saying Moto Limbo is my favorite event, which I have not won yet. But it's kind of just how it sounds, just limbo for dirt bikes. We just set up a little berm and a bar, and the person to lay it down the furthest wins.
So it's not like it sounds, Donnie, because you can't get off of the bike and scoot it under the limbo bar. This looked to me like going pretty fast and laying it down.
That is true. That is correct.
So when you don't win, I mean, it's kind of a win it or wear it deal, isn't it?
It is. I'm 0 for 3 so far.
Who's that buried in this? Oh, that's Donnie.
Yeah,
that's
right.
So we're going with that now.
Yes, sir. Yep.
People don't know about the short course. Tell them where that is.
That is located at America's Oasis. It is right next to the drag strip there, and leading into it, there's a nice red gate that you won't be able to miss.
And the drag track is, it's regulation. I mean, yes, it's in sand, but there's all that electronic equipment that keeps track of everything. It is a very cool deal, and only in our area at America's Oasis.
Yes, America's Oasis has done great things at their facility, and they are putting Little Sahara on the map as well.
Ooh, good. Rosie, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I've got a question because I'm 91 years old. Tell me the definition of a pro rider.
To me, a pro rider is someone who has their professional AMA license, which I do not have.
What kind of license?
It's a AMA license. It's essentially, it essentially says that you're fast enough to be in that class to race that class. Yep.
And there aren't very many numbers out on that one. You know, we have in motocross a guy that wore number one for quite a while, Ronnie Jones. Still gets to keep number one because he's retired out, which there aren't a lot of old motorcycle racers. You either win or die trying, right?
Yep, that is true.
That's true.
I hate to say it, but
That's true. We're going to pause for this break, and we'll be right back.
On KALV. Let's talk about your future. Are you looking for a career change or possibly training in computers, health careers, automotive, cosmetology, digital design, electrical trades, welding, or biomedical sciences? At Northwest Technology Center, we offer these programs for adults, high school, and homeschool students from Alene Clio, Alva, Canton, Cherokee, Fairview, Freedom, Ringwood, and Winoka. Call to enroll today at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life. This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
It is Rose and Ben on the radio with some really interesting people today. We do that. I mean, I get that all the time, don't you, Rosie? People are going, man, I really enjoyed listening to such and such show.
Yes, we have some really good things going here.
So, Donnie Blaylock is Don's son, Rosie, and they have the Little Sahara
Sand Sports.
Little Sahara Sand Sports south of Winoka, and they had it when it wasn't cool. It's very cool now, but when Don went out there and reestablished that and made it what it is, it was kind of a lonely place.
Can I come down there and rent a motorcycle?
Well, we're about to find out.
Donnie's backpack. Here we go.
You have fallen right into our trap, Rosie. Ana Maria Ramirez, the queen of America's Oasis. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. And yes, Donnie Blaylock, man, and Don Blaylock, Little Sahara Sand Sports has really just been just amazing to everyone, and everybody talks about when they come back, that's where they're going to get their parts, and because Don helps all of them, everybody, and he has the crew to do it. But
is it all motorcycle, or do they have the four-wheelers like the Polaris? Yes. Oh, you can rent a Polaris?
Okay, yeah. So, yes. So I'm super excited. Yes, they have all the parts in case you bring your own side-by-side or dirt bike. But then I want to transition into Rick Solis, the new business. It's they're really going to take off here during the season, and I'm going to let Rick talk all about it. The Dooner's Hut Adventures rental. Yes, you're going to be able to rent. But here you go. I'll give you the microphone because I'm excited to hear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for having us. And yes, Rosie, to answer your question, we're the Dooner's Hut Adventure Rentals. We're going to be opening in March 1st, fully operational. We will be having Polaris's Razors, as our fleet. And you can absolutely come and rent from us. We also do guided tours as well as ride-alongs. In case you don't want to drive, you just want to get with someone to take you out there, then I'm going to buckle you up and I'm going to take you for a ride in the dunes.
Okay. Are your Polaris like every kind, 2-seat, 4-seat, covered, everything but the like a Cadillac?
I would put it as a Cadillac, yes. So we have both available. So we will have 2-seaters and 4-seaters, as well as if you want just like a standard. And when I say standard, it's a 1,000 engine, which is still plenty fast for going out in the dunes. But Rosie, if you want a little bit more of adrenaline, I do have a 181 horsepower turbo machine that we can take you out there, as well in a 2 or a 4-seater as well. And yes, so the idea is, to invite people to come and ride with us. We are native from Austin, Texas. We landed in Waynoka about 7 years ago. A friend of ours invited us, and we just fell in love. And we just had the idea or thought that if we drive and haul our toys for 9 hours, then people from 2 or 3 hours away that won't have to haul anything, they'll probably come. And we've also discovered that a lot of people, even 3 hours away, don't even know this place exists. So we're just trying to put it in the map as a destination.
Yeah, there's more people around Winoka now that are not native than are. I have told Anna Maria this, but I want to hear it again, so I'll tell it. I was coming from the radio station in, I always forget the name of this town. It's 30 miles north of Amarillo. It'll come to me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Can I call you, Anna Maria, and tell you? So I leave there and I go. We have stations in Pampa also. So I go through Pampa, and I'm pulling on I-40 eventually, and there's 3 nice pickups with lowboys that have got nice equipment on them, but they're pulling out. So I follow, and we don't do I-40 very, very much. We start heading toward country, and they stop at a little town to get some ice. So I pull in, and they're headed to the Little Sahara. They have that compound, Rick, where you're coming down Ash Street to right before you get to the railroad tracks. On the south side of the road, there's a compact there. That's all these people that were in these machines. They've been going to the Little Sahara for 17 years. I had no idea.
Yes, no, I didn't either. Like I said, we just did riding in Austin, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, do you want to come ride sand dunes in Oklahoma?" And when I say that to people, they're like, "What? Sand in Oklahoma?" I said the exact same thing, and oh boy, was I in for a treat. I couldn't remember the first time I walked in this park and really took in, the sight of these dunes. It's just amazing. People will say all day, "Glam is this, glam is that." I'm just glad that I have this, close to home.
So let me get this clear. You have a fleet of Polarises to rent to anybody who comes to the sand dunes, all sizes, shapes, and colors.
They may do a background check on you, Rosie, so be prepared. We don't rent to just anybody, do we, Rick?
No, absolutely. Everybody is welcome. And yes, we have 11 machines available. And like I said, they're all Polarises. They're all brand new. In fact, we just finished building them last week because you have to assemble them. So they come in basically crates.
Oh, does that mean there's a chance you might put in a Polaris?
Dealership?
Yeah, that's the word. Come on.
That would be the dream right there. As in right now, we do have 10 machines available from 2-seaters and 4-seaters, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 24 hours multi-day, guided tours ride-alongs. And yes, they're readily available. They can go to teamdar.com. That is teamdhar.com, and there'll be all sorts of info there. We're also trying to focus on bringing corporate events, retreats, bachelor parties, anything and everything. We want these people to come and enjoy the city of Waynoka and the sand dunes.
Oh yes, and I want to go back. How far do we have to go for a dealership?
Far. I think the closest one, which they are, pretty good friends of ours now, is Countryside, and they're in Kansas, in Wellington. So for us, was 2 hours to drive there, to pick up some parts.
You know of them?
But they are super good people, but they're far.
Yeah, we have Polaris's.
Okay, so Rosie know where it's at. So yes, baby steps, Rosie. For now, we're gonna have this adventure. We hope that people come out and check us out. I want to invite all of you guys as well to come out and ride with us, and I'll take you out. That's not a problem.
What if I want to drive?
Then you can drive. Then you can drive. You can come out, and we'll definitely get you out driving in the dunes. That is not a problem. We'll teach you proper technique. Safety is a big thing for us, so you will have to wear a helmet that is provided with your rental, as well as goggles. But yeah, we have no issues in teaching you how to ride in sand.
I'm really excited with your different packages of rentals, because I'm from Winoka. But I've been gone doing stuff for, a half a century or so. So a lot of my friends are from Dallas, from Oklahoma City, from Wichita. And when they come with kids as a rule. So your deal can accommodate kids. You're going to be, you're close to America's Oasis, or maybe at America's Oasis.
At America's
so you have access to the facilities there, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I want to say a huge thanks to Anna, because without her, nothing of this would have been possible. Honestly, she answered my call, and the minute I said what I wanted to do, I think she jumped out of her chair. I wasn't there to see it, but I am pretty sure that's what the case would happen. And ever since, her, Anna, Ben, Andy, everybody out there has been so welcoming. The town itself has been, very welcoming. We have 2 bays that we're, renting from them, and she is sharing her office space with us right now for check-ins and all that stuff. But yes, we're right there at the base. And if anybody wants to come check us out, by all means, our doors are open. If you just want to see what you'll be riding on, that's fine. Just come chat us up. We're out there.
Oh, thank you. But hey, and so one of the things that Ben Davis, he's the owner of America's Oasis and my boss, and he's done amazing things with America's Oasis. But and I'm honored to be working there. But number one thing is safety. And for families. Like, he built this for families. He built it around safety. And that's what I love about, even Two Wheel Takeover. They're all about safety. Donnie is big on that with his team. Like, everybody's, these are dirt bikes, man, flying over sand. And then the Dooner's Hut Adventures Rental, you have to watch a 6-minute video before you even rent, so that they go over the safety. So it fits in with the whole entire model of making it safe and fun for families and for, a lot of people to enjoy of every age.
Okay, so you have moved here from out of town to start this business. Well, welcome, and we're glad you're here. Now, I have another question. Since I don't go to the sand dunes very often, do you have people all year around that come to the sand dunes, and when is your high time and low time?
Woof. I think I'm going to pass this one along to Anna, because she is probably going to give you more accurate information than I would.
Yeah, so definitely we have people year round. And, America's Oasis, we have 3 campers that people rent throughout the year. So they don't have to even bring a camper. And now they don't have to bring a side-by-side. They can rent there. But season typically is about March, April, May, until about June 1st. And then I would say September 1st to really this last 2 years, they've gone in through to December because the weather's been so nice. But, yeah.
How far do they come from?
They come from everywhere. We had a group from Australia last year. We had groups from Canada come down to, some of our events are big, but from all over the United States, Michigan. We had races last year that it was the West Coast against the East Coast, and people showed up from everywhere. So we welcome everyone to Woods County, to Northwest Oklahoma, to Winoka, Oklahoma, to the America's Oasis and Little Sahara State Park.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Now, refreshes the name of your business?
We are the Dooners Hut Adventure Rentals, Team DAR, DHAR for short, just DAR. And yeah, so we started, this venture last year. Well, we had an Airbnb by that name, so I'm trying to tie it to the business because when we bought that Airbnb, it was because we fell in love with the town and we wanted to come. Again, it ruined my riding in Austin just because nothing compares to come out here and ride. So if, like I said, I was driving 10 hours, to hauling my toys to come ride here, and I would do it with a smile on my face every time.
Rosie, there's a couple of things that you need to know because you're going to become a Dooner now. Yes. I see. Yes. I see the addiction setting in. So Anna kind of gave you a season. I mean, that's when it's generally good, but there's no better time than right after the weather's been bad. I mean, when it rains hard, after the rain, you can take that Chevy up on the dunes. Probably as energetic as you are, we'll have to come pull you out because you'll do stuff you shouldn't. But, I mean, after it rains, the dunes are wonderful. But here is kind of has been a downside for a couple of people. When the wind blows, and the wind does blow sometimes in northwest Oklahoma, the dunes reset themselves. So what used to be kind of a nice sloping hill that you went down from the top yesterday, maybe a wave that you fly off of 50 feet with nothing. So there's that, right?
Oh, yes. No, absolutely. I think I was just going to say, I think I can pass that one to Donnie. Like, actually, in fact, it just happened. We had, this week, it's been crazy windy out there. You can see it flying on the top of the dunes. Like, seriously, you can see just sand just shooting out of it. Just shifting dunes. I mean, I bet if Donnie breaks out there and leaves his bike, he will never find it. Like that's for sure, So right now that's happening, actually, not only here, but I think also we heard that in Glamis, there were shifting dunes. Yes, so he is absolutely right. So, it's kind of scary and fun at the same time because you'll go out thinking that the trail that you did, say a couple days ago, and all of a sudden it just changed dramatically. So it's fun.
It's scary for me, fun for Donnie. We're way two different guys. Did you fly off the front of one that you weren't expecting here recently, Donnie?
Thankfully, not recently, but you gave a perfect description about the reset.
Got it. Let me ask you something, Rick, or all three of you. I was told by somebody that comes in and rides, actually they're from Nebraska, Nebraska. Anyway, I was announcing the Halloween thing, and they were doing a show and shine and I was talking to these people from Nebraska, and they said that the Little Sahara State Park, let's see, what they said was there's 5 places over 1,000 acres in the United States to ride. Yeah. The other 4 of them, when you pull onto the dunes, everybody goes the same direction. You pull on and you have to go clockwise. Not so at the Little Sahara. It's pull on and shoot your best shot. Is that right?
Wild, Wild West. That's kind of how we like it over here. Absolutely. Here, you just get in the park and go have fun. You just explore, Donnie and his dad have made a good job of like putting maps together so you can kind of see where the entrances are at, like kind of where you can go and all that good stuff. So we're trying to bring that also, just that, like even with us, we'll take you out there and we'll curate like routes for you depending on what you want to see. If you just want to like nice cruise ride, we'll go trail riding. If you want to go and have a little bit of adrenaline, then we'll go to the big dunes. It's simple as that. You can do all of it.
Did you say you had organized events?
We do. We have organized events. It's starting with March 6th through the 8th, two-wheel takeover. Donnie heads that with all his group. And then we're going to go into the next week. It's YXZ Rally. That's our first annual YXZ Rally. Huge. It's a brand of side-by-side. Instead, it's just a brand. And and on and on. All of March is full. We've races. We're going to have drag races at America's Oasis. We're going to have the short course open for two-wheel takeover. So to have the dirt bikes go through the short course. They'll do the limbo. They'll do drag racing. I want Donnie to get out there and just tear it up, man, and just film. So get some good film out there, and because the dirt bikes are amazing. Side by sides are so much fun, but it's good. I mean, I don't think I could ever get on a dirt bike, but I'll watch Donnie any day.
So people bring their dirt bikes and then they partake in events. Is that what you're telling me?
For this event, yes. So my event, two-wheel takeover, will be more curated towards the two-wheel guys. And we basically just want to get as many dirt bikes as we can in one place.
Okay, a two-wheel takeover, does that mean just a race?
Not just a race. We have plenty of other events going on as well. We're going to have that sand cross. It's basically an open track that's all sand. Everyone's welcome. There's no races, so just open practice. And Moto Limbo as well.
Okay, so what did you tell us what Moto Limbo was?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I guess.
And literally, they get the dirt bike. They literally get that dirt bike, right? And they go so fast. And then there's a limbo bar. Remember the limbo? It's the dirt bike and the rider. It's just like, it's amazing. It's just amazing to watch.
Especially Donnie. He's very humble, but Bob, I heard you say, you have this guy jumping, over the sand. Well, this kid over here jumped, like a truck while shooting coal. I don't think anybody around here has ever done that, including himself. So if you want to go see that cool picture, go to Sandsports. It's hanging right there, and it's really cool.
We are talking about crazy stuff, and we'll be right back with more Rose and Ben.
You're listening to Rose and Ben on KALV.
Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center is proud to offer comprehensive care solutions for those who matter most. From rehabilitation and palliative care to skilled nursing and long-term care, Beatles is committed to providing comfort, dignity, and peace of mind. Now, with a second location, the Beatles family continues its long-standing tradition of excellence, serving the people of Northwest Oklahoma with the same compassion and dedication they've been known for. Come by and see them at 720 North Share Boulevard in Alva. Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center, your care, your comfort, your community.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Good morning, everybody. For just another few minutes, it's Rose and Ben on the radio. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Remember, this is the only show in the free world where you actually get something from the people who are doing the show. Rosie is going to give you her winning living tip of the day. 91 years of research on this planet, moving 56,000 miles an hour through the galaxy, doesn't deter her at all. She has a gem coming up in just a couple of minutes. Reach down, Rosie, inside that cerebrium and bring one up, a big one. We'll be coming to you in 2 minutes. We want the best. Rick, this sounds great. And you said there's a place that I can go and find out all of the details.
Yes, absolutely. They can give us a call or text at 580-448-0303, or they can visit teamdar.com. That is teamdhar.com. And yeah, they can find all of our packages, adventures, prices. We're transparent. They can go there and they can find all of our rates.
That's awesome, man. And one thing we have not mentioned, except just in passing, and we should mention probably every time we talk, and that is the best ambassador other than Anna Maria is Ben Davis of America's Oasis. Not just your ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill guy. What an incredible, incredible guy. And he has done so much for our little town of Winoka and the people in it. And he is just awesome.
Yes, absolutely. So besides obviously Don, because I will always put Don, up there, and Anna, obviously. But yes, Ben has basically put the backbone in Winoka, and now it's up to us, to build it from there. I am grateful to partner with them, with Anna, with America's Oasis, and we want everybody to come out and check out what we're building for them.
Donnie, man, congratulations on all that you're doing and you're going to do. Now, will you be a competitor in your own events, or are you the mini godfather?
I will be participating in all of the events, and I'm really hoping to get that limbo win this year.
I'm thinking I'm thinking there's about a 2-inch window for you, buddy.
I would agree. It's very slim.
I promise. Anna Maria, bless you and thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We are Rose and Ben on the radio, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is Rosie with your big deal to live by.
Okay. I never lose. Either I win or I learn.
91 years of learning right there.
Save you 3 years of therapy right there.
Now what?
They save you 3 years of therapy right there.
Exactly. Rick, thank you. Continued good luck. We'll be checking with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And come on and see us. We'll take you out and ride.
All right. I'm the guy who doesn't want to leave the ground, Rick. Remember that.
Oh, I got you. We'll take it easy. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I know you're not telling me the truth. We're gonna fly. We're gonna fly. So we'll see you in Eric, Oklahoma in a few hours. Thank you for joining us on Rose and Ben on the radio. We'll see you next Thursday at 11 on the latest morning show in the free world. Now back to regular programming.